Hey everybody, Dean Finnerty, Guntersville Lake Bass Guide. Blessed to have the greatest job in the whole wide world. Just wanted to give you an update on the goings on here on the lake last week. As most of you know, we had a snowstorm and really cold weather blow in, and that created a pretty significant drop in water temperatures, down about 8 degrees in most of the places that we fished. That definitely slowed our bite, but we were still able to find fish, both bass and crappie. In fact, I think the crappie bite was probably a little bit better when we had that cold water. This week, our crappie bite started off pretty good and just kind of slowed for me and my clients over the course of the week. But I'm looking forward to the brim bite. We saw water temperatures get up into the low 70s yesterday, back up in some of the pockets, especially those that get a lot of sun on them. And a lot of our areas that we're fishing for crappie, we're starting to pick up bluegill on our crappie jigs. So the bluegill are on the move and things are going to pick up. And one of my favorite bites of the whole season is that brim bite, when those bass do come out of post spawn and start looking to feed up heavily, and brim is what they want. One of my favorites, of course, is the tried and true green pumpkin chatterbait. Crush the bass here on Guntersville Lake with that particular setup, followed closely by my next favorite, the swim jig. We do really well on brim pattern swim jigs, back up on those brim beds, and that's definitely going to be a rod that's going to spend a fair amount of time in my hands and my customers' hands. Another one that I do really well on is a speed worm, and we rig it up Texas style. It works good fished as a Texas style worm, just drug across the bottom, but I also fish it with a little bit more speed and allow this tail to just swing back and forth and get some tremendous grabs on that. And then another one that I don't see a lot of folks fishing here on the lake is the bellows gill that you can get at most of the tackle shops. And I rig this one up Nico style and just drop it down into those bass beds and drag it through. You get some tremendous bites on that. And then later on, when they are off the beds and just feeding heavily on brim, you'll get them beat this as well. So I hope that helps. Look forward to seeing you guys out on the lake. Talk to you soon.